Turn some of that. Hey, what's up, Johnny? How's it going? Welcome to this random Sunday live. My football Sunday's done, so I got some orders I got to fulfill. Putting these projects to complete, and I might as well do it on a live. Welcome, welcome. Just got to get kind of cleaned up here a little bit, set up a little bit, and then get to making. Thanks for stopping by. What have you been up to this fine Sunday? Oh, and by your channel name, you have a lathe. I am jealous. I want a lathe so bad. It's a skill I want to unlock one of these days. And some people on another live said that the Harbor Freight lathe actually isn't a bad deal. It's actually a pretty decent machine, so I might look into that. I was going to wait till I retire, but I might get one. Pouring resin blanks. Ooh. Resin is a lot of fun. I actually just bought a brand new heat gun because I thought I lost my heat gun, and then I got home and I found it. Go figure. It was right in the drawer where I put it, right where it should have been, and I couldn't find it because, well, lately I've been putting shit away, and you put stuff away, and then you can't find anything. It's pretty awesome. So I'll return that and get something else. Pine cone pen blank and a pine cone. Ooh, pine cones. That would actually be pretty cool to see spun. Yeah, if you do a video for that, I'll have to check it out. Pine cones would be cool. Maybe acorns set inside resin, or even just leaves. Like, you can do some really cool stuff. I mean, I've messed around with resin a lot, but not turning anything, obviously, because I don't have a lathe. I'll need this later. Just put this down for now. Find a more permanent home for that. I'm going to need this. All right, so I'm going to get, first of all, this all unmounted. This is part of a order I was hoping to complete by today, and it didn't happen. That's all right. I didn't give any kind of timetable for this order, but it's like 90% complete. Mini pine cones, huh? I don't know if I've ever seen a mini pine cone, but I grew up in a place where we had lots of pine cones every year. They were always big ones. Mini pine cones. Yeah, acorns, walnuts. Like, you can put some really cool stuff inside of resin and maybe even turn it. You're doing pine cones. And doing pens, that's kind of like the go-to thing for people with lathe. But I don't know. I always think they're really cool. Where the hell am I going to put that? Just put it over there for now. I'm going to need it again. I really need to get feet for these. I'm leaving marks. I have no idea how the heck I am going to straighten that out. It didn't glue up quite straight. My table saw is not good enough. Ooh, gumballs. Ooh, I like the my favorite video I think I've seen of someone doing a turning is colored pencils. But gumballs would be pretty cool too. All right, clean out some space. Now my table saw is not, I can't get the blade up high enough to make to where I could do this. I don't know if my miter saw is tall enough. Let's see, I might be able to flip it. Let's see here. Let's move some stuff. I have to use the miter saw anyway for the other thing I got to get done. I just got a couple of orders in for some candle holders, and that's what I'm going to make today. Some candle holders. Very simple set of candle holders. I can knock them out in about an hour or less. Good enough for a live. 3 sets to make. And then we'll see what we can do with what's left over. All right, so my miter saw, I don't think I have enough. I definitely don't have enough. There's no way. Oh, I gotta check this. I can get through the 4x4, but not the rest of it. So I'm gonna have to get creative. Actually, you know what? I might be able to do this on the table saw, or on the sander rather. At least sand it down. Or I can do it with my palm sander. Just to flatten out the... Actually, this side isn't too bad. The whole thing really isn't that bad. This is a little proud. So is that. Yeah. I didn't glue this up the same way I did the last pumpkin I did. So ended up kind of funky. But I might be able to get away with it just the way it is. Actually, you know what? I think I can. I think I can and not have to worry about it at all. Let's see here. Let's see here. Sweet gumballs. Sweet. Let's see here. So I think if I sand this with some 80 grit, that's what I got. This. No, I'll use my old stuff. I got some 80 grit right there. Let's grab a brand new one. The other one's looking a bit nasty. And find my sander. Where did I put you, Mr. Sander? It's sitting right there. Okay. So I got this box of sanding discs right here on Amazon Haul. It's like their, it's like daily $1 deals. I was hoping to get them for $1. I ended up having to pay $5 for them, but still not too bad. A box of like 100 assorted, for $100. Not a bad deal at all. It's a new thing that Amazon has started. I saw somebody on TikTok mention it. Figured I'd check it out. Pretty legit. I got a bunch of crap for $1 each, and then I got that. Hey, Mike, what is up, man? Ooh. I can't add you on this stream. I wish I could, because you had that question you were talking about earlier. And I didn't, like, I don't use any outside software for my lives. Just the YouTube website. But I'm really curious about that thing you were talking about. All right, let me see if I can get this flat a little bit. So I don't have a good way to. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad either. But I don't have a. I don't have a single saw. I don't have a bandsaw. I don't have anything else where I can trim up any of these edges that are off. Yeah, I don't know if that shows up on video at all. But all four of these, I didn't glue it up the same way I did the last my original. And I don't have a single saw with a blade deep enough. Even, I guess I could do it on the miter saw. This is almost flat enough on the bottom to do that. I definitely don't want to sand all that crap off. And I don't need to make it super true, but at the same time, I'm just not totally happy with the way that is right now. If I try to do it on the table saw, it's gonna, well, might look all right. I just don't have a blade that's deep enough. Spontaneous symmetry. Huh. I'm going to have to look that up. Spontaneous symmetry. What do you mean wrapped up the laser? Did you just get a new laser? Or just incorporate a laser? Because I don't remember seeing any videos that you've done with laser. But I haven't watched everything that you've put out there either. What kind of laser did you get? Diode CO2? I'm going to get some water. Counteract some of this beer. This way for a minute. And Stinky just 10 watt. Yeah, but 10 watt, you can do a lot with that. Oh, look at this. I tried to cut my hair last night and I missed a spot. My wife's been making fun of me. I got to fix that tonight. But yeah, 10 watt, you can do a lot with that. My first laser was a Chinese knockoff of, now I can't even remember the brand, but it just had an open gantry. It had a 5 watt on it, and I eventually upgraded to a 10 watt laser. I bought one, off of Amazon. Installed that, and I was able to do a bunch with it. It can't really cut much, but you can definitely engrave on it. Tell you what, the biggest thing I can say about a laser like that is something I didn't learn until I bought a CO2. Do a ramp test for one. Find out that optimal height, and then run test cards for every material you're going to do. And on my 3D printer, I designed feet for it that were adjustable, so I could raise and lower the whole unit, so I could fit different heights materials underneath there. In retrospect, you can do the same thing with scrap wood. I mean, at the time though, when I had bought it, I was actually on a work trip. I was in an apartment down in Georgia, and so I had a laser going. I had a 3D printer going inside this apartment. I probably shouldn't have been doing any of that, but oh well, I did anyway. And anyway, I had designed adjustable feet for it. It worked pretty well, and I used that for about 2 years, and then eventually upgraded to a CO2. An extra 3D printer? Wow, look at you. Yeah, I miss my 3D printer. I had an Ender 3. I think it was the first generation. It might have been the second generation. I can't remember. But I was doing a print for my son for a school project overnight, and the hot end jammed up, and all the filament came out the top of the hot end, and I could never get it cleaned up. And well, the amount of money I paid for the printer didn't justify me paying $80 for a new hot end. I said, I'll just replace the whole printer, and I just haven't done it. A tiny CNC. So one thing I'll say is that obviously my CNC is nothing but storage at the moment. Actually, I need to clean that up. I got to use it for a project here pretty soon. But when it comes to CNC, because I had my first CNC was a mostly printed CNC, an MP CNC, which wasn't bad, but when you don't have the rigidity of a machine with like extruded aluminum side rails and linear rails and things like that, it's a night and day difference. Like you can do stuff with a smaller CNC or one that's not quite as rigid, but you're never going to get the accuracy, and you're just going to chase that. That mostly printed 3D CNC, mostly printed CNC, MP CNC. There we go. I was able to do a bunch of signs on it. I made my money back on it. I bought it used off of somebody for like $100 on Facebook, and I learned a lot. One thing I definitely learned is the software that runs it is hugely important, much like with the laser. Like you definitely get what you pay for when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean that would work with an Ender 3, but you're going to have to be running like basically a Dremel bit on it. Like you would not be able to do anything with any kind of heft to it. It just doesn't have the strength of the gantry. Now, it's funny. With the Ender 3, I actually wrote a procedure. It was my final project for my technical report writing class for my engineering degree, which I still haven't gotten because I can't finish Calculus 3. But anyway, I wrote a procedure on how to basically build the Ender 3 properly. It was based off of a document that somebody on one of the Facebook groups wrote that was like 120 pages. There was just so much fluff in there. It was awful. So I pared it down to a very simple procedure. It's maybe 17 pages. If you've never torn yours down and put it back together again, I highly recommend it. And I can send you the file. I have it saved somewhere. But it definitely helps with rigidity. That's for sure. Yeah, I love the Ender 3 though. It's a great little machine, especially for the cost. And I like Creality as a company, even though they're a Chinese company that basically making knockoffs of other people's stuff. I like their stuff. But yeah, I'll try to. Actually, you know what? Shoot me an email, and I'll get you my number via email. It's makersmurphy@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I'll send you that file, and then you'll have my phone number too. And yeah, next time you get a random question about some kind of off the wall theory, give me a call. Yeah, I probably should have saved my Ender 3, and probably should have just fixed it, but it was taking up space I didn't have. The Anycubic's pretty good too. I really miss having a 3D printer. I was able to make a lot of cool stuff with it, except the one problem I always had with it, and it wasn't the printer, it was the software. Was Fusion. So I made a ton of stuff on Fusion. I made some really cool stuff, and then because Autodesk is the way they are, found out I had a free version when I shouldn't have had a free version. And anyway, they actually deleted all the files off my computer. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What the fuck? Yeah, they got rid of everything. So I lost all the build files I had. So I couldn't go back and adjust anything. I was really pissed off about that. Sonic pad, never heard of that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get this trimmed up like it's a blade width at best. I'm hoping that bottom end of this thing is flat enough to where, since I don't have anything that'll cut a full 7 inches, but this saw will definitely do at least the 3.5 inches. I can cut, rotate, and try to make the sides of this at least look flush. And then from there, work the back side of it. We'll see. Hearing protection. And power. Ooh, power. That's an important thing. I don't have a good solution for this. One of these days I'm going to upgrade my table saw. It's paid for itself many times over, though. I love my table saw. I just can't see getting rid of it. All right. See what happens here. Nope. So that doesn't work because of that freaking thing. And my table saw, the blade doesn't go any higher than like just under 2 inches. My bandsaw, that doesn't have enough. I'm not using a handsaw for that. So, the sander it is. I'll use the belt sander. And just really, really dig down on that. And that's the only other option I have that I can think of. Unless anybody has any ideas. Sawzall? I don't have a Sawzall anymore. The only one I had was a battery-powered DeWalt that I killed doing a project in the house. Although, I do have a... I don't want to try to use a skill saw. Like, trying to keep that straight just wouldn't... I'm never going to be able to do that. I think I can grind this down, though, with the sander. Let's see what happens. And I'm going to need breathing protection for that because I'm getting a face full of sawdust. Yeah, I got... The only other thing I have is hand saws. I don't have any power tools that'll work on. But that's cool. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't, I'll just leave it. I'll cheat it. I'll sand it to where I take off that raised edge and it looks like it's flat. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. Hey, what's up, soldier? Thanks for stopping by. Oh, nice, soldier. I'll have to check it out later tonight. All right. So this pumpkin. I should probably sand that down as well, because that's going to cause trouble later. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible either. Some of it's still off, but it's supposed to be rustic. There's my justification right there. Yeah. All right. Can I cut the 45 on my miter saw? No, I can't. I used the table saw last time. So I'm gonna move all this crap. Still need to put a bunch of stuff away. Huh. Hey, organizing, that's a good dream to have. Some of us never fulfill that dream. Like myself. One of these days. One of these days. Seems like every time I get a chance to really get going with something as menial as organizing, God, I hate doing this. I'm going to do it with a sander. Screw it. I am not going to cut these 45s. I'm going to do it with a sander. I hate adjusting this saw. So one thing I hate about this Craftsman saw is changing the angle on it. All right, we're going to do that with the sander. I'm going to just put my... The hell did I just put my mask? I literally just had it. Wow. The hell? I just took it off and set it down. Oh, I hung it up. Yeah, put things away. All right, let's try this. Because I don't need to take much off of these corners. Just enough. And then I'll use a table saw to make my lines. All right. There we go. Not terrible, not perfect, but not terrible. Definitely better than messing around with the table saw. I can live with that. Eyeballed chamfer. I can live with that. Now, question is, will my drill press handle this thing, or am I going to have to drill the hole by hand? Dressed like a Batman villain? That's pretty funny, actually. Whoa, alphabetized bins. Holy crap, that's going to an extreme. I tip my hat to you, sir. Oh, I'm up to 91 subscribers. I'm only 9 away from a giveaway. All right, let's see if this drill press will handle this thing. I don't know if it will. If not, I'll just do it by hand. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like the other thing I got to do tonight, which I'm glad I have the drill press for because it's going to make that job a lot easier. Oh, nice. I will check that out tonight for sure, soldier. And like, honestly, to say I inspired anybody to do anything, like, that makes my heart happy. That's cool, man. I'll definitely check that out. I'll make sure to comment as well and help you with that part of the algorithm. And then tomorrow at work, I will watch it again on my work computer. Because my work computer doesn't even let me log in half the time. So that'll be another view for you. Get you as many views as I can. All right. Get that bad boy out of there. So the guy that owned this, I bought this from, yeah, put the chuck key on a chain. I was like, oh, that's awesome. That's like the best part about this thing. Where did I put my drill bit set? There it is. And I think I need a Forstner bit for this next part. Pretty sure I do anyway. Let's see here. Where is my... Is that the chunk I used? Yeah, that's what I used last time. I want to say that's... No, that's not what I used, is it? I got so many freaking bits of dowel here. Yep, that's what I used. Okay. And that is going to be... I think it's a 1-inch dowel. Tape measure. Or any kind of measuring tool. Oh, I put one away. Again, putting crap away. Let's see here. We've got 1 1/4 inch. 1 1/4. Okay. And my Forstner bits. Where did I put those? Oh, there they are over there. Oh, I gotta finish that thing for my day. Anybody use a keyhole bit in just a palm router. Not using a router. I'd probably use a router table. I've never used a keyhole bit. I bought one. I've never used it. But for this project for my father, I'm going to use it. It should be the right bit there, I think. Is that right? Nope. What is that? 1 1/8. That must be the 1 1/4. Yeah, tips on doing keyhole slots. I've never done it before. Something I'm going to try. Probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to have enough room for this. If I take off the table, I'll have enough room. Don't know if this is going to lower enough to give me room. Nope. I'm going to have to take that off completely to make that work. Is there an easy way to do that? There is not. So I'm doing that with a drill. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Chat here. Hey, no worries, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one, Mike. Catch you on the next one. Catch you on the next live, too. We can chat. And shoot me an email. Where's my drill? There's my drill. So what did you do with the diesel? I guess I missed that. Did with a diesel with a Dremel sized bit was kind of scary, but did manage. All right. Oh, let's put that on the right torque setting. Oh, shit. All right. Should be enough. And the part I messed up there, it's all going to get covered with rope later, so that's fine. Not worried about that part too much. Let's see if this fits. Should. Yep. Cool. So now I just got to figure out where to cut that. About where that dark mark is. Cool. Set that on the saw. My saw plugged in? It is not, because why would it be? That's where I was getting ready to use the drill. Or drill press. And make the other one too. Actually making 2 of these pumpkins, or sets of pumpkins. Cool. Now I do need to use the table saw for the next part of it. So in case you didn't catch my last live where I made one of these, figured this project out. Some 4x4s that are about 8 inches long. Glued together, and I tried joining them with dowels, but that didn't work. Now it might work this time because let that cool off. Because now I have my drill press. Oh, rotozip base for the Dremel. Gotcha. So anyway, glue together some four 4x4 pieces, about 8 inches long, and then once they're glued up, one chunk of dowel. That's a nice thick piece of dowel. Set into the top is the stem of the pumpkin. I'll glue that in later. I just gotta stain this, and actually I'm not even gonna stain it. I'll do the yakasugi right now. Actually, waiting for that to cool off there. Use my table as a heat sink. Well, I'm going to paint this up, and before I paint it though, I'm going to cut some grooves in with my table saw, and then on my laser I'm going to cut face pieces, and with little chunks that I glue to the back, and then they'll friction fit right into those 1/8 inch grooves because I have 1/8 inch plywood for my laser. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap and easy. I figure I've got about... What up, chat? Like and subscribe. No? Why not? Because you ate your ice cream the other day. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't mess with that. Please stop. There are none. Are you sure? Your mother just had the last one, Caden. 100% sure.
How much is that? Like 3?
100%. Sorry.
What am I going to eat?
I don't know. Go away. I don't care that you want ice cream. You literally have an empty tub of ice cream in your bedroom that you still haven't thrown away yet. I do. I know what I'm talking about.
I think you're hallucinating things.
In my old age?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I am. Anyway, as I was saying, I got about $4 worth of 4x4 invested into this.
That's a lot of money, man.
A few cents worth of dowel. Wrap it, tie a bit of rope around it, and undo the rope a bit just to give it a little effect. And then maybe, honestly, 10 cents worth of stuff in my laser, plus time. Yeah, and I sell this for $25, and I have little mini ones that go along with it. As a set is $40. So this will be a whole set. Here we go. Decorations, and they can be marketed as Halloween and fall because the face is removable. So, you know, it doesn't have to have the jack-o'-lantern face on it. Gotta love coloring with fire. It's super simple. So yeah, I've done the 2x4s before. Just learning your laser, little TTS 55 Pro. Don't know. I've heard of that. Was that a 55 watt CO2? I take it. And if so, I'm sure it's going to be similar to what I have here, which another horizontal surface. So sure, let's put stuff on it, right? 2 trees. But it's a 55 watt CO2, I imagine, right? Oh, 5.5 watt diode. Okay, cool. Still, even with the diode laser, you can do a ton with it. My first laser, I was telling Mike earlier, my first laser was a 5 or a 5.5 watt diode. And I updated the the diode to a 10 watt so I could do some more with it. And then eventually upgraded to a CO2. Hey, Slim, I'm sorry. Hope you're still here. I didn't even see that you were there. That poor drum set, yeah. That poor drum set gets a lot of abuse, sawdust abuse. So yeah, the 3018 is a great one to learn on. I was talking with Mike earlier. My first CNC was a mostly printed CNC that I bought used. Bought it for pretty cheap on Facebook Marketplace and kind of learned the ropes with it, and then upgraded to a Shipoko that I love. Just haven't used it in a long time. Yeah, this laser it's basically paid for itself twice over at this point. The amount of crap that I've made on it and sold. I love messing around with it. I make all kinds of random stuff. But even with just a 5 watt diode, you can do a ton with that. Mostly engraving, cutting is going to be hard. But what you can do is you can engrave lines. Yes, daughter. I don't know, because the set came with 2, so I used 2 microphones. I'm in stereo. Yeah, they don't need your ASMR.
That's all I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, so you can engrave lines that you can then use on the bandsaw or scroll saw or something else. Bought a long mill. Sweet. What's that? They didn't say. Yeah. Okay, so that force neighborhood is cooled down. You put that away. Yeah. Huh? No, there's no dessert. Sorry. Yep.
Cool.
O-scale building kits, working on a model railroad. Oh, yeah. Well, that'd be a perfect use case for 3D printer as well. Like the one that Mike was talking about, the Ender 3. It's a cheap 3D printer, but it works really, really well with just a few slight modifications to it. It's a pretty damn good printer. Okay, so let's get power to the table saw. I plugged that in too far. That's all right. Let's move crap off the table saw. And let's set the table saw. Cool. Just drop the screw. Let's set this to halfway point. Okay, just need a little bit of the blade coming out. I don't need to do a very deep cut. So we are going to figure out center on part of this. I want one Ender 3. What's a Cricut maker? So the Cricut, honestly, like unless she plans on, like really has plans on using it. I bought one for my wife. I bought it used on Facebook. She never even touched it, and I never messed with it either. But there's a machine, 1 3/4 inch. So there's a machine I've been looking at called the Line Pix Cut S1, Liene, I think it is, or Leine on Amazon. It's $300, and it'll print stickers. So it's a sublimation printer, and it has a cutter on it. So it'll print a sticker, and then it will cut the outline of it. The only downside is there's no desktop software for it. You have to do it all on your phone. But it's a pretty cool machine, and I really want one. If for nothing else than just to make stickers for my customers and maybe my students as well. All right, that should cut about the center of each. All right, let's see how this goes. Yep. All right, now I just need to set this to half of this. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera, but cutting lines in there. Kids in my entrepreneurial class do sublimation, but the ink is expensive and temperamental. Sure. This company, like it's its own kind of self-contained system. So half of 1 3/4 is going to be, half of 1 3/4 is going to be 1 1/8. No, that doesn't make sense. Jesus Christ. 3/4, that's, so 1 3/4 is actually 7/4. Half of 7/4 is going to be 7/8. Yeah. So 7/8 of an inch. Put that in the wrong spot. I could just do it this way. Anyway, yeah. So this is what I've been looking at on Amazon. Like you have to buy the ink from them. You have to buy the photo paper from them. It doesn't seem like it's very expensive though. And there's actually one of them that comes with, I think it's 5 sets of ink cartridges and 4 sets of the photo paper. Now, the paper is only, I think it's 5 by 7 is the size of the paper, the sticker paper. But anyway, check it out. It's pretty cool. They're supposed to be doing some other stuff, like adding to it and whatnot, coming soon. I don't know if they actually will. But it definitely beats the scam that I got scammed on not too long ago. Oh, I just cut too many lines. When I did this originally, I just cut the center lines. Oh well. I guess we're gonna have more lines on our pumpkin. That's cool. It'll be fine. It's all good. Yeah, Liney Pix Cut. Yeah, check that out on Amazon. Seems to be pretty legitimate. I mean, there's review videos on there. Let's see, I'm gonna have to go 1 3/4 plus 7/8. 3/4, 6/8, 7/8. It's 15. Ow! Son of a bitch. Oh, I can just go 7/8 from there. And make a mark. And measure that. Well, roughly 1.5 inch, just a hair over 1.5 inch. Anyway, yeah. So some of the review videos on there with people actually like using it. Seems pretty legit. So. No! No, I just fucked that. Oh, no. Stupid me. Son of a bitch. And I have no good way to fix that. Oh, I hate it when I do stupid stuff like that. That's what happens when you've already had a few beers. God dang it. Shit. All right, well, I guess I'm just making a whole new pumpkin. I'll go throw that to the burn pile. Nope. Lesson learned. Didn't need to make those cuts anyway either. Son of a gun. No, it's not your fault, soldier. That's just me not paying attention. One, I didn't use my original design, which was just the center lines. I decided to add more lines for some reason. I thought that's what I had done originally, and I didn't. And then I didn't really think about what the hell I was doing. Damn it. Oh well. I'll just make some more. I'm out $4 worth of material. So I gotta cut for this other order too while I'm here. So I'll show you something else. I love making stuff out of 4x4s because they're freaking cheap. Right, $15 for an 8-foot 4x4, roughly. It's not bad. Although this one I just bought, it's going to be interesting. It's rough on 4 sides, which is not what I normally get. Normally it's kind of smooth. It's finished on at least 3 of the sides. But this one is like real rough. But I got it from Home Depot instead of Lowe's. Wasn't where I normally shop. Or no, I was at a different Lowe's is what it was. I wasn't at Home Depot. Just a different Lowe's than I normally shop at. So I meant to put this headlight in this weekend. Not doing it tonight. I'll do it at work tomorrow on my lunch break. Okay, so I need 3 at 8, 3 at 6, and 3 at 4. Yeah, cheap is good, especially when you're trying to make a few bucks. So I'll get 8 inches. I really need to make a miter saw stand because all I've got is this roller stand right here. It works, but it's not ideal. Throw on some hearing protection. How much are they coming pallets and they sell them $3 for a 4-footer for a 4x4? That's damn good. Holy crap. I wish I could get that kind of deal here. And it might help if I plugged it in. One of these days I'll have power, separate power to everything in my shop. One of these days. I thought I was going to accomplish that a couple years ago, and it didn't work out that way. Although I wasn't envisioning having a saw over here. And this one actually has holes in it from some kind of bug. But I'm going to cut those holes out. It's not going to matter. Oh, you know what? I think I actually have this marked on my saw. I bet you I do. For my Coob sets. No, I don't quite have it marked. Okay. So it's not perfectly level. It happens almost every time I start cutting a 4x4. So it wants to bind on me. Another reason why a miter station would be helpful. Keep everything flat. By the time I get my second or third block cut, it's all good after that. All right, 3 at 8, 3 at 6. This is for an Etsy sale. That's why I'm jumping ahead to this. And the other stuff is, that's a neighborhood sale that hasn't been paid for yet. This wood smells weird. It's not pressure treated. I think it said it was spruce. All right, 3 at 4, and then I can do my 2 at 8 to replace the other stuff. Cool. Those cut. Now, how much do I have left? 42 inches almost. So I can get 4 8-inch pieces out of this. That way the pumpkin will be, shoot, but I'm still short. No. Do I have any more 4x4? I have a piece of 4x4 back there, but I think it's pressure treated. Yeah, I'm just going to go pick up another one tomorrow. I'm going to save this for another project, especially since it's full of these freaking bug holes. I don't know what's up with that. Hey, what's up, June? Sorry, I've been in the middle of cutting and just going to town on some stuff. So I got an order in today. I actually got 2 orders in this morning, almost back to back. It was crazy on Etsy for some candle holders I make out of 4x4s. Earlier, I was trying to finish up an order for some pumpkins, and I royally jacked it up on the live here. So I've shifted gears since the pumpkins are not a pending order on Etsy. Those are some people in the neighborhood. I want to get them done. I'll probably get them done tomorrow. But Etsy keeps you on a timetable. So these are nesting. I gotta get rid of that staple. Nesting candle holders. They look cool. Yeah, well, I haven't done much with them yet, Dad. Great win by the Pats today. Anyway, so got the 4x4 blocks at 8, 6, and 4 inches. So 2-inch difference between them. And that what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my table saw blade up about an inch or so. I need my, talk about the finished product. When I'm done, yeah, they do it kind of pretty cool. So that's just over an inch there. Like, I don't have an exact measurement for this. 1.25 inches, that'll work. So from there to the outside of my blade, right? I think that's right. We'll see here in a minute. Yes, to the outside of my blade. So, I'll make some room here. Put this away. Yeah, I got, I was saying just a minute there ago, Dad, I got 2 orders this morning, almost minutes apart on Etsy for the same thing. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to cut a notch out of these. Is that actually going to go? I should. We'll see. God dang it. It's stuff falling everywhere. Before I do that, let me think about this, because I think I normally do the notch at less than 1.25 inches. Let's see what 1.25 inches looks like. No, 1.25 inches will work. Okay. I just want to make sure. Yeah, measure twice, cut once. I made that mistake earlier where I didn't do that and ruined a pumpkin. Now I have to remake it. So I'm off just a little bit. I'm going to lower that blade height just a hair. The next one, but it's still salvageable. I have no use for that piece. In the bin it goes. That turned out much cleaner. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Good evening. Shifting gears a couple times here tonight. So, now that I've got those cut, and this one's going to be interesting. I might recut this or use a different piece because I noticed some bug holes in here, and then when I cut that, I was hoping to cut out the bug hole. It didn't quite make it. You can see that internal bit there. I don't know. I might leave it. But what this ends up looking like as a set is you've got one tall, one medium, and one small candle holders. See if we can get a better view on that. And they can be rearranged to form all kinds of different little patterns and things. But just kind of a cool little set. Different ways that can be rearranged and whatnot. And I've sold a bunch of these. So for, I don't know, $2 worth of wood, $1.50 worth of wood, a couple of cheap candles, you got yourself some candle holders. And I sell a set of these for $20, $25. I can't remember what it is. What's up, Ray? Hey, that's a new name I haven't seen before. Thanks for stopping by. Are you subbed, Ray? Or Ray and Sandy? If not, please do. I'm almost to 100. I'm going to be giving away something at 100. As a matter of fact, I'll show you what I'm going to be giving away at 100 subscribers. Where'd that piece of wood go? Oh, there it is. So we got candle holders. God dang it. So I have this chunk of walnut right here that I filled with some blue resin. This is a couple years ago now. So I'm going to cut this down into 3 or 4 equal sized pieces and turn this into a set of candle holders. Finish it up. Actually, I'm going to add another layer of resin to it. And then, yeah. If I had a lathe, I'd turn that, but I don't. Oh, well, thank you very much, Ray and Sandy. Ray. All right, so now I get to play with the new toy, the new tour. And I'm glad I got it because, oh shoot, you know what? It's not going to work though for the big blocks. I'm going to have to take it apart to make it work. That sucks. All right, let's drop that down. Lift this up. So, there's not enough room for me to get the 8-inch block in there. Like, even if it's down the bottom, I don't know with the Forstner bit I need to use that there's enough room. Which that Forstner bit is. I bet I have it over here. So the Forstner bit over here. Yep, there it is. Is that it? Yep, that's going to be it. 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch. I can't remember. That's a 2-inch. That might be too big. Do I have any of these little candles? Shoot, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I have one right there. Okay. What size is this? Okay. It's definitely not 2-inch. Let me figure out what size that is. I think it's 1.5. Like, I'm very thankful to have found this this drill press for the price I got it too. Yeah, there we go. That's, can't read that. 1.5 inch. But a floor standing would be much, much better. It'd just be I could do much bigger things in it. But it does help a lot, especially for the other bits of this. So now, all we have to do is take a pencil, mark a line here, and across diagonally there. No, that puts that center. I don't want that. I gotta shift that down. How have I done this in the past? Oh, I need to measure that. Okay, let me measure that diagonal. Grab my... Yeah, tea lights are about 1.5 inches. Yeah, RJ has lots of stuff. Did I tell you I talked to him yesterday, I think it was? His phone sucks. Like, I cannot understand. Like, I can hear my own voice echoing in his phone. So 3 1/4 inches. That's 1.5 and 1/8. So 1 5/8 is center. There we go. No, that doesn't seem right. Maybe it is. It just doesn't look right. If I do a 1.5 inch hole, that's not going to work. How about I just take this and eyeball it, see where it looks good, and then make a measurement. I like that idea. Right there. That was still, it was 1 5/8. Okay. Well, it's the right spot. Since I cut all these the same, all of them should work out. Now, if you don't want to do that crazy math, another thing you can do is square these, right? And then just bisect the square to make an easy way to find center there. Almost there. And I can start drilling. All right, I'm ready to go. Put that away. Keith! Hey, there you are. Man, did your pumpkin come in? I've been waiting for you to show up in one of my lives. It should have showed up. Yes. Oh, good. It did show up. Awesome. I didn't check the tracking on it to see if it actually made it there. I was actually making a set of pumpkins earlier tonight on here, and I screwed it up. It's all right. Oh, cool. I'm glad that made it. Oh, come on. Okay. That's nice and tight. That's not super sharp. Oh, am I even going to be able to do the middle-sized pieces? Nope. I'm only going to be able to do the small ones. That sucks. All right, well, let's plug her in. Ugh. Helps a little bit. Just not. I was so excited for having a drill press. Be able to make this project specifically just go a lot better. That is one dull ass bit. How the hell do I sharpen a Forstner bit? Holy crap. Wow. That's why I've been having so much trouble. That's really, really dull. Like, it stopped this thing several times. Now I gotta let it cool down. Oh, excuse me. Hey, good night, Keith. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Dad, that plate is all the way down. See you, Ray. And see you too, June. Have a good night. Oh, I thought you were saying. I was reading from bottom up, Keith. My bad. Whew, yeah, that's wicked hot. That is a dull ass bit. Let me see if my other set, if that bit is any better. If I knew where it was, it's not in here. I have a 1 5/8. I could use that, I guess. It's only an 1/8 bigger. How do I have 3 2-inch bits? Maybe I have a second 1.5 in my other kit. So I thought about that, but in order to do that, I got to remove the whole thing from the base to take that plate off. And I definitely don't want to do that. What size is this? That's 1 5/8 as well. Okay. I don't know where my other one went. I bet it's in my car. I bet it's in my bag. I need a way I can cool that off. I guess air might work. I just need a chunk of steel that I can put up against it as a heat sink. It doesn't turn out if way when you listen it. What? I think you meant loosen it. Oh, yeah. I'm a dumbass. Dumas. Wow. Yep, that'll definitely do it. Let's see if my other bit is in the car. Hold on a second. Because I really, really, really don't want to keep using that bit. It's getting super hot. It's not sharp. Yep, there it is right there. I don't know if this one's any sharper. I've really dulled up both of them, I think. No, that's only 1 3/8. It's not big enough. Son of a gun. Yeah, listen and turn to the back. Boy, this sucks. Should I turn the speed down? That might help if I turn the speed down. How the heck do I do that? Do I have to take crap apart to do that? I don't remember. To move that V-belt. Can't just remove that easily, can I? It's not as simple, just pull it down. I bet there's set screws there that I gotta mess with. Where are those set screws? There's one. The other one's going to be probably there. Okay, so I'd have to remove that set screw, drop the belt down, put that set screw back in. How the hell do you do that? Oh, I see. I can do it that way. All right. Yeah, there's a set screw right there. I imagine I have to take that set screw out to remove that spindle. God dang it. And then I can change the belt or remove the belt. So, I just got a new set of Allen keys. No idea where. Oh, I put them right there. I do have an idea where I put them. Right there. Let's see what the right size is. No, it's not that. It's not that either. Wow, that's a tiny guy. Well, it's actually probably metric. I'm probably using the wrong set. Yeah, it's gonna be metric. And that one there was, that's gonna be like 2.5 millimeters. The non on the side loosens up the motor. Non on the side loosens up the motor. Oh, this right here? Oh, okay, I see. I see. And that's why that spring is there. So then I can, is there one on the other side too? There's not, but there's a couple bolts there. Oh, so then I pull that and that loosens that up. Ew. Okay, cool. So, I'll go down 2 speeds. So that's now 1630. I'll go down 11 to 1150. Try that out. $11.50 or go all the way down to 760? All the way. Okay. All right, I'll go all the way down to the lowest speed. Okay. So now I have to tighten that again. How far should that go? I don't like that. But we'll see here. Okay. Still some room there. It's got a long way to go. A lot of travel there on that screw. Okay, and that feels tight. Okay. The only thing I don't like is that's really, really close to the electrical wire. Oh, no, that's a good 1/8 of an inch of space there. Okay. Probably shouldn't hit, or I'm going to shock the shit out of myself. All right, much lower speed. Hey, what's up, Elegant? You're watching me about to do something stupid, maybe. We'll see. All right. Where's one I already marked? That's this one. Oh, there we go, making chips, not dust. So much better than doing that with a freaking battery-powered drill. Tell you what. So how do I sharpen that bit? How do I sharpen a Forstner bit? Well, I'm waiting for the sparks too, to tell you the truth, because of the V-belt that's up there. It's pretty damn close to the power wire. Like, there's probably an 1/8 of an inch or so clearance, but it still makes me a little nervous. Like, do I take these Forstner bits to a tool maker and say, hey, sharpen these? Buy a new one? Yeah, I've already got 2 sets. I mean, I guess I could just buy the single one I need. Like, this is definitely my dullest bit. Oh, this. If I shave a blade width off of this, I can get that to fit. And that's what I shall do. Cool. Now this guy here, that's as deep as it goes. So I actually need to put something underneath that to raise it. Let's see here. What do I have? I can, exit. No, I don't want to do that. I've got, there we go. That works. So much better than using a drill. So much better. Just the one bit. Yeah, that's just it. Just the one bit. All right. Oh, she's smoking. I'm going to let that cool for a minute. Yeah, Elegant. I was on your channel just for a minute. I popped in. I saw that you were on a live, but then Patriots football game started. I was trying to watch them concurrently. I can only keep my attention on one thing at a time. That's what I have is an Irwin set. Shoot, at $18, I can almost buy a whole new kit. And actually, that Irwin set that I have, I bought at Lowe's for $20, I think, because the case was cracked and I think it was missing a bit. Yeah, but I usually like at least staying to see what people are up to and see what's going on. I just didn't get a chance to do that tonight. or this afternoon, but it's all good. I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, that case, that set right there, it was on the shelf. Case was cracked. I think it was missing a bit. So I talked to the manager. I said, "Hey, could you knock off some of the price?" And he gave it to me for like, I don't know, 75% off. It was something ridiculous. I was like, "Cool, that works." Cool. Now take this over to the miter saw and take a little chunk off so it'll fit underneath here. Try it with this one. Just a blade width. Does it fit? Yep. Cool. So blade width off of each of these as well. And not cut the marks I made. My centering marks. Adapt and overcome. All right. Might actually get something finished tonight. All right. Let's see here. And I need power. One to go. I'm actually going to use this light. Sweet. All done. So I'm going to move that out of the way, let it all cool off. Thank you, Dad, for the suggestion, because I was being kind of retarded. And now we can see kind of the full effect of these candle holders. Just need to sand them, but that's what they look like. All right, well, I will try the sharpening kit as well. And if that doesn't work, I will go ahead and yeah. So a little nesting candle holders. A lot of sawdust. A lot of sawdust. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to sand these. I'm going to try burning them. Get rid of some of this sawdust before I burn. I think I still have air in my compressor. No, I've got lungs. It's good enough. One of the things I like about burning is it gets rid of all these little fuzzies without having to sand. And you don't have to deal with stain. Boom. There we go. 3 complete sets of candle holders. Done. Yeah. That's not too bad, not too shabby. I think that took me, I don't know, even with messing around with the drill press and the bits and everything, maybe 45 minutes. All that's left to do is just shellac them. I just don't have any shellac. I'm out right now. I'm going to pick some up tomorrow. I meant to pick some up today and just didn't. But spray them with a coat of shellac and they're ready to go out the mail. They'll be out the mail on Tuesday. Might be my quickest turnaround for an order in a long time. Or 2 orders, actually. Etsy will be really happy. Hopefully they send more business my way. So cool. That's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. I don't think I'm going to mess with anything else tonight. But hey, thanks for stopping by, everybody. And glad to see some newish faces. Yeah. Some newish names and people that have probably been on before. I just don't recognize the name because they're not on often. And then some people that I follow. It's always cool to have people that I watch come on and pop in and watch me and say hi. So cool. I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Wednesday I'll be doing a live. And then this weekend I won't be able to do a Saturday live because I'll be at a band competition pretty much all day. So I might do one Sunday. Who am I kidding? I'm going to do one Sunday after the football game. So anyway, cool. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one. Go make something.